You think buying a 2025 German luxury sedan is a dream come true? Think again. Some of these cars could become your worst financial nightmare, draining your bank account faster than you can say, Autobahn. Today, we're exposing the 10 German luxury sedans that could turn your dream into a disaster. These aren't just warnings. These are the cars you absolutely must avoid in 2025 if you don't want to face catastrophic repair bills and endless headaches. Stick with us, because what you're about to see could save you a fortune and a world of pain. Number 10. 2025 BMW 7 Series. Kicking off our list is a true titan, a real heavyweight, BMW's flagship, the 7 Series. For 2025, you're looking at models like the 740i, which starts around $96,400 and often features a 3-liter turbocharged inline 6-cylinder engine. This machine practically oozes high-tech wizardry and opulent comfort. But here's the catch. All that dazzling complexity? It's a razor-sharp, double-edged sword. Both owners and seasoned mechanics will tell you, the maintenance and repair bills can launch into the stratosphere. Those infuriating electrical gremlins, they have a nasty habit of showing up uninvited, wreaking havoc on the sophisticated iDrive system, vital sensors, or other critical control units. And that cloud-like air suspension? Pure bliss, until it throws a fit, leaving you staring down the barrel of some seriously intimidating repair costs. On top of that, like many of its ultra-luxury rivals, the 7 Series plummets in value with alarming speed. It's a technological marvel, absolutely, but you better have seriously deep pockets, not just to buy it, but to keep this beast purring, especially once that warranty safety net disappears.
I like that.
Number 9. 2025 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Next on the chopping block is the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, often hailed as the undisputed king of luxury and cutting-edge technology. The 2025 S504 MATIC, for instance, might come with a 3-liter inline-6 turbo engine and a starting price around $117,750. And while it's undeniably a rolling masterpiece of refinement, the S-Class can serve up its own special brand of financial pain. This car is so densely crammed with futuristic tech that, frankly, there's just more that can go wrong, and it frequently does, leading to repair bills that will make your eyes water. Owners share hushed horror stories of electrical gremlins, from temperamental infotainment screens to rogue sensors. That legendary Airmatic air suspension, the secret to its silky smooth ride. It's a notorious magnet for trouble, and the fixes come with price tags that are anything but smooth. Some drivers also report frustrating issues like sticky brake calipers in chilly weather, or an unnerving lurch when the car first shifts gears. Mercedes absolutely delivers on the wow factor, but maintaining that level of sophisticated technology in perfect working order, especially as the miles pile on, can be a brutally expensive endeavor. Number 8. 2025 Audi A8. Audi's answer to the luxury titans, the A8, sings a similar cautionary tune. Brilliant technology, but brace yourself for potentially wallet-busting ownership costs. The 2025 Audi A8 L55 TFSI Quattro often sports a 3-liter 6-cylinder turbocharged engine, with prices starting around $92,000. It boasts a stunning interior and an undeniable road presence, yet some owners find themselves battling frustrations with its labyrinthine systems. We're hearing persistent reports of glitches plaguing the infotainment and driver assist features, and resolving these high-tech migraines can seriously deplete your savings. Just like its competitors, the A8 is a complex marvel of engineering, requiring specialized mechanics and premium-priced parts, which naturally inflates every repair bill. Depreciation also takes a hefty bite out of these grand luxury sedans, so don't forget to factor that financial drain into its overall value proposition. To pour a little salt in the wound, there are concerning whispers about recent Audi production lines, including for models like the A8, grappling with parts shortages, specifically for crucial components like the belt starter generator. This could mean frustratingly long waits for repairs or nightmarish service experiences. Number 7. 2025 BMW 5 Series. The BMW 5 Series. An icon, a legend for drivers who crave that perfect, electrifying blend of sporty agility and sophisticated luxury. The 2025 BMW 530 might feature a 2-liter turbo inline-4 engine with a starting MSRP around $58,700. But here comes the big, flashing but. You absolutely must be ready for those notoriously high BMW running costs. Keeping a BMW on the road generally demands a bigger budget than your average car, and the 5 Series is no exception. Even more worryingly, looking ahead to the 2025 models, the 5 Series is already ensnared in a recall related to an electrical gremlin with its starter generator. This isn't some minor hiccup. It's a serious flaw that could cause the engine to stall unexpectedly or even dangerously overheat. A terrible scenario. While the 5 Series undeniably delivers a spine-tingling driving experience, the long-term financial commitment, especially if those pesky electrical issues rear their ugly heads, can be a heavy burden. If this car is truly calling your name, seriously, consider an extended warranty. It could be the one thing that saves you from a universe of headaches. Number 6. 2025 Mercedes-Benz EClass. The Mercedes-Benz EClass, a stalwart and highly respected name in the executive sedan arena, certainly doesn't skimp on luxury and comfort. The 2025 E350 sedan, potentially equipped with a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine, starts around $62,450. However, like its brethren bearing the 3-pointed star, it has a tendency to come with maintenance and repair bills that are noticeably higher than average. The E-Class is a technological tour de force, absolutely brimming with complex systems. So much so that some critics argue it's a bit too much, almost venturing into overcomplicated territory. And when those sophisticated electronics decide to throw a tantrum, getting them fixed can cost you a pretty penny, or perhaps an arm and a leg. While we aren't seeing a deluge of specific, widespread reliability horror stories for the 2025 E-Class just yet, the potential for eye-watering upkeep costs, particularly once that warranty safety net vanishes, is significant enough to warrant a cautious approach. If an E-Class is on your radar, make absolutely sure you've budgeted realistically for the true, long-term cost of ownership. Number 5. 2025 Audi A6. Slotting in just beneath the flagship A8, the Audi A6 offers a very similar hit of German luxury and high-tech features, just wrapped in a slightly trimmer package. For 2025, an A6 with a 2-liter turbo petrol engine might start around 64.09 lakh rupees in India, which is roughly equivalent to $77,000, though US pricing for a 2-liter turbo could be around $58,100, with V6 versions like the 55 TFSI starting higher. And, surprise, surprise, just like its bigger brother, the A6 is loaded to the gills with advanced electronics and intricate engineering. So, what's the bottom line for your wallet? Well, when those complex systems, particularly the infotainment or driver aids, decide to act up, the repair bills can swell to rather uncomfortable, chunky sizes. Keeping an Audi purring generally costs more than maintaining your average daily driver. That's just a fact of life in luxury car land. And don't you forget about depreciation. Like a silent financial termite, It can steadily eat away at your investment over time, just as it does with many German luxury sedans. The A6 is undeniably a smooth operator, but you absolutely must be prepared for the premium running costs that come hand in hand with a vehicle of this sophistication. Number 4. 2025 Mercedes-Benz CClass. The Mercedes-Benz CClass endeavors to shrink that magical S-Class allure into a more accessible, compact package. And honestly, in terms of sheer style and available features, it does a pretty good job. The 2025 C300 sedan can come with a 2-liter inline-4 turbo engine and a starting price around $48,450. But hold on, it doesn't get a free pass from the problems that can transform ownership into a very expensive headache. We've seen the reports and heard the grumbles from owners about those incredibly frustrating electrical glitches. With the mind-boggling complexity of today's automotive electronics, these issues can quickly become a full-blown nightmare to diagnose and repair, and a costly one at that. Plus, it's the same old story. Keeping a Mercedes happy generally requires a larger financial commitment than your average car, and the C-Class is definitely part of that club. Even faults that seem trivial at first can rapidly balloon into hefty bills, so you absolutely positively need a dedicated C-Class care fund if you want to prevent it from becoming a persistent financial migraine. Number 3. 2025 BMW 3 Series. The BMW 3 Series, a name that practically is the definition of ultimate sports sedan, is, without a doubt, an absolute blast to drive. A 2025 BMW 330i, possibly with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, could start around $45,950. However, and this is a big however, owning one means staring down the barrel of those classic, often daunting BMW maintenance costs. And to add a fresh layer of worry for the 2025 model year, some 3 Series variants are also caught up in that deeply concerning starter generator recall we talked about earlier, a fault that could lead to terrifying engine stalls or dangerous overheating. Now, it's true that BMW's reliability has seen improvements, particularly with robust engines like the B58. But make no mistake, these are finely tuned precision machines that demand consistent and frequently expensive attention. Older Bimmers earned a reputation for oil leaks and cooling system woes, and while newer models have gotten better, trying to cut corners on maintenance with any BMW is practically an invitation for future financial agony. So, while the sheer joy of driving a 3 Series is undeniable, you absolutely have to balance that thrill against the very real and potentially very high cost of keeping it performing at its peak. Number 2. 2025 Volkswagen Ardon. Next up, let's switch gears a bit. Volkswagen isn't typically the first name that springs to mind when you're talking ultra-high luxury like Mercedes or BMW. But the Ardon? Now that's VW's ambitious shot at a more stylish, upscale sedan, rocking that sleek, coupe-like design and aiming squarely at the near-luxury crowd. For 2025, you might find an Ardon with a 2-liter TSI engine, and prices could range from around $47,875, or very significantly by market. A 2 TSI Elegance, around $114,900 AED, roughly $31,300 US. It's undeniably a head-turner, a really sharp-looking car. However, it's not without its critics. Some reviewers have noted that the interior, while pleasant, doesn't always exude the premium feel you'd expect for the price tag, especially when you scrutinize the finer details. We've also heard automotive experts mention that its dual-clutch transmission can sometimes be a bit jerky or hesitant at lower speeds, a quirk that could quickly turn your daily commute into a bit of a grind. Now, it probably won't hit you with the truly astronomical repair bills you might face with the top-tier German giants. But if you're chasing that genuinely opulent, cloud-like luxury experience and a flawlessly smooth drive, the Ardon might just present a few too many, well, actuallys. Enough, perhaps, to make you pause, take a second look, and maybe even cast an eye towards what the competition is offering. Number 1. 2025 Porsche Panamera. And rounding out our list, a car that might just make you do a double take, the Porsche Panamera. Yes, you heard that right. The 2025 Panamera could feature a standard 2.9-liter turbocharged V6 with a starting price around $102,800. This choice could definitely raise a few eyebrows, because Porsche generally boasts a strong reputation for reliability. And it's true, a Panamera can be a very dependable machine. So, why on earth is it on a list of cars to potentially avoid? Well, it boils down to one colossal, glaring reason: the absolutely, utterly jaw-dropping cost of maintenance and repairs if, or when, something decides to go wrong. Owning a Panamera is a pricey endeavor right from the get-go. But if you find yourself out of warranty and facing a repair on its incredibly complex systems, unique engine components, or that sophisticated suspension, you could be looking at bills that climb into the many thousands. We're talking small fortune territory. Even routine servicing will cost you a Porsche-level ransom. And to add insult to injury, it depreciates pretty darn quickly from its already sky-high initial price. If you aren't fully prepared, mentally and financially, for those potentially monumental bills, the Panamera dream can morph into a terrifying financial horror show with terrifying speed. So, unless you have a dedicated, seriously substantial budget earmarked exclusively for this car's upkeep, you might want to give it a very wide berth. Now, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Have you owned any of the cars on our list? Or are there other German luxury sedans out there that you think people should be wary of for 2025? Share your experiences and insights in the comments number below. And hey, if this guide gave you some food for thought or helped you out, do us a favor. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe for more deep dives into the car world, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're the first to know when our next video drops.